Part of the problem of happiness is how we define it. Happiness is just a word. But what is happiness to you? Is it a feeling? Is it when everything going well in your life? Or is it when you're successful? Or is it when you're in love? We all hope to be happy and live a good life. But whatever that means, do you wonder what does it actually mean? People defines happiness differently, and we cannot force them to adopt the happiness that we believe in. Well, some philosophers distinguish two accounts of happiness, the hedonism and the life satisfaction theory and so on. Well, that's correct, because the real meaning of happiness is not about getting all you want. It's all about enjoying all what you have. What we can do for ourselves is to embrace the real definition of happiness that can give us real joy, real meaning, and real sense of peace. Because being comfortable with our situation at the moment is not only the definition of happiness. When everything is going well in your life, then by the default will be unhappy when things go wrong. This is why we often change happiness. We search happiness in things that can give us pleasure, yet we can end up feeling more lost, depressed, and lonely. Our life can get better with the surface, but inside we feel aimless and lost. When we look deep within ourselves, we find that happiness comes not from what happens, because happiness comes from the story we tell about what happens. And the difference between how happy each person is nothing to do with what happens. And the difference in all our happiness has everything to do on how we are going to process every single thing that happens. What is happening in our lives, it can be good or it can be bad, but it is how we choose to process every single thing that happened that can give us real sense of peace. Learn to live with happiness. Every day, lift yourself out of the daily struggles and heartbreaks life deals you. Wading through the trials on a day-to-day basis can be exhausting when we're hit with painful experiences that bring us to our knees. Finding joy seems to be a too big task for us to handle. But again, happiness is just a word, and it's up to you on how you're going to handle every situation in your life. It's up to you on how you are going to process each situation that happens. Whether it is a problem, always think it's positive to be able to attain the real meaning of happiness.